Welcome back to our karmic third-party reading. Yes, we do have these out ahead of the crowd, and we do have weekly content. If you want to get these ahead, you can join our YouTube members. Now, do come along and join us for our live twin flame joint connection update. Now, let's have a look at what is coming through for the karmic third party in February. Okay. Now, I did pull an extra card, and it was more so from a perspective of what was going on with these individuals, because this energy does seem really dark this week. Particularly, this can be a point in their lives where they're looking at things and realizing they had a part in a situation. And I do think this is behavioral. It's almost like they're having a revelation that they had a behavioral situation. I'm looking at the Fool card in this instant in the heart of it. And it's almost like, playing with somebody's heart, going somewhere where angels fear to tread. But it does feel that there is, maybe even wanting the playfulness back, but also feeling like they're trying to concoct up how they could go about getting something back on track. I do feel some of them are directly feeling inside of the karmic relationship that maybe things aren't as stable as they felt they were. They're looking back and they felt that they had their ducks in a row. And at this point, I feel they're looking at it very separately, very differently. Now, the clarifier was a romance read, and it comes through as forgiveness. They're very focused on the past at this point. Even though they're guided to understand that they live in the here and now, I do feel they're looking to the past. They also spiritually believe that they can turn the ship around. But their focus is very much in the past. I especially look at the Fool card here, and she's very much looking to the past. She thought, and it doesn't have to be a she, these individuals thought that they could actually change the circumstance of what the past was. It was very tactical. It was very planned. But they are having a great amount of difficulty to actually stay in the here and now because something is not working right now. And they're feeling quite anxious. They're feeling like they're having to take a leap of faith. Something isn't balanced. They're having to move forward. The way they saw this connection, and this can even be for those karmic individuals that are no longer in the relationship. That's one very large message coming through this morning. I do feel it's almost like they felt it was destined. But then anything that's destined tends to quite organically happen. There's no need to push. There's no need to concoct. It just flows. Okay, what is this, please? They're not wanting me to proceed any forward till we go further. Something in the mix is going on here. They could be getting friends involved. They could be coming through like they want to make amends. This can be with both parties here, divine feminine and masculine. They do want to change these things. They could be coming over like they've turned over a new leaf. Things are different. But they're being very secretive about what their intentions are here. Yeah, it's not to heal. It is not to heal. It's for manipulation. Be very careful in interacting with these individuals, especially in 2023. I do feel we're going to have to be very cautious and very selective. It's almost like the notion of less is more is coming through. Okay, there could be an issue surrounding tribe, family, and home. This could be even either in their value systems or directly their stability. It's almost like they feel that counterpart is the solution to this. Even though deep down here, it's about living in the here and now. I feel some of them are regretting, and it's like they're thinking back to a previous partner. I feel there's been so many changes they've been going through that it's been difficult for them to keep up. And they've got a question mark over the love zone. So This is a very resourceful individual. This individual very much does live based on is this sustainable? So, you know, it's almost like instead of it becoming a loving relationship, it's actually looked upon very, I could say rational, but I wouldn't. If it's codependent, generally, it's not rational. And I do feel this pocket group this week that's coming through, it's quite codependent. So it's almost like, okay, if I choose plan A, this is what will play out. If I choose plan B, this is what will play out. And it feels like it's a choice between two paths. There's regrets because you know, we can't do everything for love. We do believe we can, especially in twin flame path. And I get that this person, that they're having revelations that the root cause and the issue inside of them is very separate to a romantic connection. So whether they wish to address that or not is another thing. But at this point, they're looking at it more in a 3D layman's terms of what can I get? Which one's going to be the sure deal? Which one's going to be the safest bet? If they are currently in the relationship with counterparts, they're looking to the past. So, yes, could this be when things were simpler? 100%. But for some of them, I do think they're looking to a previous person they were with and wishing that they had not left that situation. But again, I don't feel they're in love with that person. I feel it's more, you know, was it more stable? Was it more comfortable? They're having to evolve. And at this point, they're having dramas evolving. Yeah, there's a lot of regrets there. There's regrets to do with their choices. They're feeling that they maybe went into this quite immaturely. I do feel they're noticing that, how can I explain it? Yeah, it's almost like the chemistry within the connection's leaving. They're feeling that this connection is not what they thought it was going to be. They're losing faith in it. For those that are already separated, I do feel they're wanting back into the connection. But those that are within it, they're actually looking to exit, but this is returning to a different person that they had a connection with in some shape or form. I also feel there's been some squabbles here. So this can be fights, disputes, misunderstandings, conflicts surrounding family, issues pertaining to finances. I don't know why I'm getting this, but it feels as though they went a little bit too far. That might have been financially over the last, I would say, 6 months. And it's starting to take a toll. I also feel those that aren't working, the karmic third parties, almost this need where they have to return to work. And so they're trying to go back to that old energy. Okay. Okay, something's coming to a head here, and I don't think it's necessarily that they want it. There's a lot of anxiousness here. Some are actually feeling. Okay, those that are no longer, because I'm getting two energies coming through this week. More than likely, it's because Mercury is direct. Okay. Also, Uranus and Taurus coming out of shadow. It feels as though there's two kind of vibes happening in this situation. Those that are completely separate, they're wanting to return to counterpart. They're trying to come back and renegotiate terms. They're trying to iron the creases out. I do feel from the top row, it's almost like they can be coming back, you know, jumping in the deep end. And they do have that pattern. So sometimes it's saying something prematurely. It's reacting without thinking. And this has caused a lot of issues, both in the past and in the here and now. I do feel this week there's a potential that the same can occur. But I don't feel that they're going to get, it's almost like some of them are actually stalking. It's like they're trying to find where this person's at. Why aren't they answering their phone? We're going to go back to those in the relationship, but I just want to touch base with this one because my guides are bombarding me with it. So, yeah, there's definitely a pocket group that are completely away from the karmic. The karmic surface energy is how I don't feel counterpart is tuning into them as much, but we will check into that. So make sure to check the divine masculines or feminines. Yeah, it's almost like wanting to come back to renegotiate the terms, but there's a direct reason. This is not for a friendship. This is not for a romantic reason. There's manipulation here. To be cautious with this week. Some of them are concerned that if this is to deteriorate any further, that they will reconcile, marry, move forward with either, the twin flame partnership. So it's almost like they feel if they don't do something here, it is going to move to that next level. It is going to eventuate in marriage. They're not tapping into their spirituality. I'm noticing the angels in reverse. It's almost like the hangman, They could particularly feel as though in their life, they were the innocent person in that situation. It's come to an end. Yeah, they do. Okay, what is this coffin? Okay, like I said, there can be some stress levels surrounding family and home. There could be a sudden need to move home. There could be anger around family members. I do feel some are not getting on with tribe as well as they usually do. I do feel a parent figure could be criticizing. Those that are in the karmic relationship also feel a similar situation playing out. I definitely feel there's conflict and regret. There's a lot of paranoia happening here. And due to the insecurities and paranoia, they feel things of the past relating to the twin flame path are not gone. And so it is causing them some sense of angst and concern. But very separately, they're having a revelation, especially for those that maybe in the last 6 months to a year went into this relationship. And point blank, over that amount of time, regardless, I'm feeling as though there has been a shift within this connection. Some of them are getting very frustrated because they're not where they need to be right now. And I feel that coming through from the middle row. It's like, why are things not changing? I do think things are changing, but it's almost that pressure point. It's like, okay, I need to get a job, or okay, I need to address my fear-based frequencies. But it's causing anxiousness, but the things that they did want to change haven't. That could be going to the next level, moving in together, getting married. And regardless, I do see them looking to the past, especially from the top row. Foundation-wise, there is an ending coming. There could be an age difference between these two individuals for some. They could have a little bit of a concern of, will this person be able to sustain looking after me? If counterpart is directly looking after the karmic third party, there could be some concerns that if they become unwell, where will their stability be? I do feel some gossip is going through the grapevine to the karmic third parties in relation to the twin flame path. This is weird. Okay, I'm hearing them say, I wouldn't be surprised if this comes up in the media, the king has spoken. I don't know what that is to do with. But the king in the mix of the twin flame path, if a masculine is directly dealing with this individual this week, I'm just hearing communication coming through, but it's almost like as far as they're concerned, unless they hear it from that individual, they're not going to believe it. And because they put that out into the ethers, I do feel counterpart is owning their power in the mix of this karmic relationship, be it feminine or masculine, and they're actually stepping up and they're communicating with this individual. But I do feel it's a pushback. I do feel it's like a finalization, like the final countdown. Yep, this is definitely coming from a group. Oh, this could get ugly. This could get ugly. Okay, what are the warnings here? And I don't think this, yeah, it just feels very, this person's not giving up. This person is, this person is coming through like a scarred fool. It's over. Something is over, but they're not. It's almost like a grievance that they haven't let go of is coming out. And although they should react to it in a very grounded manner, as far as they're concerned, the story that they have is the only one. So this could just be wary of your surroundings, especially because I do see at a foundation level, the clarifier is coming through of communication. Definitely this individual is experiencing a lot of tension. They're getting other people involved. They could be in isolation for a little bit, but I do feel family members and tribe are also trying to speak to them, but they're finding their pack so that they can push their mission forward. Love and light. I will see you next week. If you do want a private booking, you can go to the link below. Don't forget, we do have live content every week and your star signs will be out soon. We have mid-month also. See you on the live.